Imagine a world beneath the waves where half-human, half-fish creatures roam. This isn't a fantasy novel but the age-old legend of mermaids. Embark with us on a journey into the depths of human folklore and mythology where we examine these enigmatic figures. Mermaids, beings with the upper body of a human and the tail of a fish, have splashed their way through history in a wave of different forms, from ancient carvings to modern digital art. Across cultures, across continents, and across millennia, the fascination with mermaids is a universal phenomenon. Whether it's the enchanting sirens of Greek mythology, the mischievous selkies of Scottish lore, or the revered mermaid goddesses of indigenous Australian beliefs, these aquatic beings never fail to captivate us with their mystique. From the depths of the ocean to the canvas of the artist, from the pages of an ancient manuscript to the silver screen, mermaids have swum their way into our collective imagination. The allure of mermaids isn't confined to tales and myths. There have been numerous mermaid sightings reported throughout history, capturing the imagination of sailors, explorers, and dreamers alike. One of the most notable alleged mermaid sightings comes from none other than Christopher Columbus. During his exploration of the Caribbean in the late 15th century, Columbus reported seeing 3 female forms rise high out of the sea, but were not as pretty as they are depicted, for somehow in the face they look like men. Despite his less than flattering description, Columbus's encounter has been widely interpreted as a mermaid sighting. Fast forward to the 19th century on the rugged coast of Scotland, another famous mermaid sighting occurred. In the small village of Deerness, a mermaid was said to have appeared on the rocks, combing her hair and singing a haunting song. This unusual spectacle was reported by several villagers over a period of 3 days, leading to a flurry of excitement and speculation. On the other side of the globe, in Japan, there's a well-documented case of a mermaid or ningyo sighting in the early 18th century. A creature with a human face and a fish's body was reportedly caught in a fisherman's net. The creature was released back into the sea, but not before it was seen by many locals who described it in great detail. Similarly, in 1943, during the height of World War II, several soldiers stationed near the K Islands of Indonesia claimed to have seen aquatic creatures with the upper bodies of human females and the lower bodies of fish. These sightings were so frequent and consistent that the creatures were given a name, the orang ikan, or fish people in the local language. These accounts, while intriguing, lack the scientific evidence required to prove the existence of mermaids. Despite this, they continue to fuel the mystery and allure of these mythical creatures, proving that the fascination with mermaids is not just confined to storybooks, but extends into the realms of history and folklore as well. But what if there's a grain of truth in these stories? What if our ancestors were trying to make sense of something they couldn't explain? Science, as we know, is all about explaining the unexplained. So, when it comes to mermaids, could there be a logical explanation behind these mythical creatures? One theory proposed by scientists is that mermaid sightings are a case of misidentified marine animals. For instance, manatees and dugongs, known as sea cows, have a somewhat human-like shape when viewed from a distance. They have a tail similar to what we associate with mermaids, and can perform tail stands in water, further fueling the illusion. Imagine a lonely sailor at sea. After months without human interaction, it wouldn't be a stretch to mistake these creatures for something more human. Another intriguing theory is the aquatic ape hypothesis. This proposes that at some point in our evolutionary history, humans had an aquatic or semi-aquatic stage. Proponents of this theory suggest that this could explain why humans, unlike most mammals, have very little body hair and walk upright. Some even go as far as to suggest that this stage in our evolution might have led to stories of half-human, half-fish creatures. While this hypothesis is not widely accepted in the scientific community, it certainly adds an interesting twist to the mermaid narrative. The ocean is a vast, mysterious place. Even today, with all our advanced technology, we've only explored about 5% of it. Perhaps the tales of mermaids were an attempt by our ancestors to fill in the blanks, to make sense of the unknown. However, despite these scientific theories, we can't completely dispel the mystery surrounding mermaids. Neither manatees nor the aquatic ape hypothesis can fully explain the detailed descriptions of mermaids found in folklore from different cultures all around the world. While these theories provide plausible explanations, they still can't completely dispel the mystery surrounding mermaids. Mermaids may be elusive in reality, but in popular culture they're everywhere. The myth of the mermaid has permeated every corner of our society, from literature to cinema to art. Take for example Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale, The Little Mermaid. This story of a young mermaid willing to give up her life in the sea for a human soul has resonated with audiences for over 100 years. In the world of cinema, Disney's adaptation of Andersen's tale introduced us to Ariel, the red-haired mermaid princess who has since become a cultural icon. Furthermore, mermaids have found their way into modern-day art and fashion, often depicted as symbols of freedom, beauty, and mystery. Even in the realm of environmental activism, the mermaid has become an emblem for ocean conservation efforts. Their mythical status, combined with their association with the sea, make them perfect ambassadors for these causes. Whether real or imagined, mermaids continue to captivate us with their enchanting allure. So, are mermaids real? The answer depends on who you ask. The enduring mystery of mermaids continues to capture the curiosity of many. From ancient mariners who claim to have seen these half-human, half-fish creatures, to modern-day enthusiasts who are captivated by the mermaid's allure, the debate about their existence is as alive as ever. Despite numerous reported sightings and tales passed down through generations, science has yet to provide concrete proof of mermaids' existence. Yet, the lack of irrefutable evidence does not deter the fascination. It's this very enigma that keeps the mermaid's charm alive. It prompts us to question, to explore, and to imagine. It's the same mystery that inspires countless books, movies, and artworks, reflecting our enduring fascination with the unknown. Until the day we have definitive proof, the mystery of mermaids will continue to lure us into the depths of our imaginations. And perhaps in the end, that's the true power of the mermaid's tale.